Brad Pitt, the father of 6 children, is making headlines with rumors that he is about to welcome another child with his girlfriend, Inés de Ramón, who is nearly 3 decades younger than him. At 61, while his relationship with the children he shares with ex-wife Angelina Jolie remains fractured, the Fight Club star's plans to build a new family with the 32-year-old jewelry designer have sparked public curiosity. What drives a man at the threshold of retirement to embark on fatherhood once again? Is it an attempt to mend the void of estranged family ties, a yearning to leave behind a legacy in his later years, or simply the power of new love rekindling the desire for fatherhood despite his age? These questions unfold into a multi-layered story about the role of age and the choice of becoming a father later in life, from Brad Pitt's case to a broader trend in modern society. Brad Pitt with his girlfriend, Inés de Ramón, at a recent event. Despite the nearly 30-year age gap, the couple appears to be in sync with their shared plans. They have just moved into a new $18 million mansion in Hollywood Hills and have even prepared a room for a child in their new home. According to sources, although Inés is not yet pregnant, the two are making every effort and hoping for good news by this coming Christmas. This nesting phase coincides with Pitt's grief over the loss of his mother in August, and perhaps building a new home with Inés has somewhat eased that sorrow. The 32-year-old has been described as an emotional anchor, helping Pitt through this hardship. Her affection and steady support have strengthened his bond with family, to the point where many believe Inés could become the actor's future wife. Yet this newfound happiness comes with a paradox. Brad Pitt once had 6 children with Jolie, but after their high-profile 2016 divorce and a protracted legal battle that dragged on until late 2024, he is now estranged from most of his biological children. Sources say Pitt has tried to repair those relationships, but so far he has only limited contact with the 17-year-old twins, Vivian and Knox, while his older children remain distant and cold. The family breakdown has caused Pitt great heartache, to the extent that daughter Shiloh has reportedly sought to drop Pitt from her name, while some of the other children avoid using their father's surname when appearing in public. Pitt himself has admitted that being a father is the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced, and he longs to spend more time with his kids. And yet, now at nearly 70, he is contemplating the possibility of welcoming another child in his later years. Not long after finalizing his divorce from Angelina Jolie at the end of 2024, Brad Pitt turned 61 and entered a new chapter in his personal life. He began a relationship with Inés de Ramón, a jewelry designer nearly 30 years his junior, and that bond quickly became an emotional anchor for the actor after a series of hardships. The years 2023-2024 were marked by intense emotions for Pitt. He officially closed the door on his tumultuous marriage while also enduring the loss of his mother, Jane Pitt, who passed away in August 2023. Amid the grief of a broken family and the pain of losing a loved one, Pitt found solace with Inés. According to those close to him, having Inés by his side during the nesting period in his new home helped ease the sorrow of his mother's passing. He is grateful that, before her death, his mother had the chance to see him happy with his new partner, though it still pains him to know she never lived to meet a future grandchild. Beyond companionship, there are growing signs that Pitt is seriously considering a long-term future with Inés. The couple are said to have discussed the possibility of having children together. They recently moved into a new $18 million mansion in Hollywood Hills, where they have already set aside a room to be a nursery. Although Inés is not yet pregnant, sources confirm that the pair are actively trying for a baby and hope to share joyful news by Christmas this year. For one of Hollywood's biggest stars to contemplate fatherhood again at 61 has inevitably drawn widespread attention. Those close to him describe Inés as a steady rock in his life, supportive, caring, and warmly integrated into his family. That deep connection has made Pitt value her even more, and some of his friends believe he is already considering proposing to her. A new family appears to be taking shape. The house is ready, the love has matured, and all that remains is the arrival of a child to complete this new chapter in Brad Pitt's life. And yet, Pitt's decision also raises difficult questions. While he looks forward to fatherhood with his new partner, his relationships with the children he shares with Jolie remain scarred. Since the highly publicized 2016 incident on a private flight that led to Jolie's divorce filing, Pitt's visitation rights have been restricted. Years of intense legal battles followed, and it wasn't until early 2025 that the divorce was fully settled. Although the court determined custody and visitation rights, in reality Pitt has not been able to restore the same bond he once had with his children. According to various reports, the actor has repeatedly tried to reconnect with them, including Maddox, 24, Paxtheon, 21, Zahara, 20, Shiloh, 19, and the twins Vivian and Knox, 17, but only the twins occasionally see their father, while his relationships with the others remain strained. The estrangement has caused him deep heartache. Recently, news broke that Shiloh, Pitt and Jolie's first biological daughter, had quietly filed to drop Pitt from her name. Meanwhile, siblings such as Maddox and Zahara reportedly avoid using the Jolie-Pitt surname when appearing in public. All of this underscores just how wide the gulf between Pitt and his children has grown. At 61, Brad Pitt possesses both immense wealth and the experience of raising 6 children. This means that if he were to have another child, that child would surely be born into financial abundance, with a father already well-versed in parenting, even if the years have stretched far between then and now. Many older fathers admit they feel more relaxed and confident raising children later in life, no longer burdened by the anxieties of making ends meet or the uncertainties of first-time fatherhood. Veteran actor Steve Martin, who welcomed his first child at 67, once joked that after years of playing dads on screen, cheaper by the dozen, father of the bride, life had finally imitated art when he became a real father. He realized that family now took precedence over everything. To make a movie, I'd have to leave home for 3 months, and I'm not willing to do that anymore. I can't just disappear for months at a time. Clearly in his 60s, Steve Martin chose to scale back his work to devote himself to fatherhood, something he likely couldn't have done when he was younger. Returning to Brad Pitt, his consideration of fatherhood at 61 seems to carry personal significance beyond a mere trend. For Pitt, a future child, if one comes, would symbolize a fresh beginning after profound losses. It would embody the love between him and Inés de Ramón while also anchoring his future in a new direction, one defined by hope and creation rather than reflection and regret. A deeply moving aspect of this story lies in the impact of Pitt's mother's passing. It is often said that when we lose our parents, we feel life's finitude more sharply. Pitt has not hidden his sorrow that his mother passed away without fully witnessing her son find lasting happiness in family life. Yet that very grief may now be pushing him to build something new, continuing the cycle of generations. In a way, having a child at 61 would be Pitt sowing new life within his family, bringing joy to his father, if still alive, to himself, and perhaps fulfilling the unspoken wish of his late mother, to see her son truly happy. A source close to him revealed, he's still mourning his mother, but being with Inés brings him genuine joy. A child would be both happiness and sadness for Brad. Joy, because the child would be a living testament to love and legacy. Sadness, because his mother would not be there to witness it. That bittersweet state of mind is often characteristic of late-life parenthood. Elation interwoven with memory, every happiness shaded by time. On another level, the yearning to reconcile and to atone may also be a powerful motivator. Brad Pitt was once seen as a devoted father. Images of him cradling his children or co-parenting alongside Jolie captured the hearts of the public. But the collapse of his marriage turned that image into one tinged with regret. In the years since, Pitt has lived with the guilt of his estrangement from his children. A close source noted that he always misses his kids and wishes his relationship with them were closer, especially during holidays or birthdays. Yet he has chosen silence, refraining from publicizing family struggles, likely out of respect for his children and a desire not to make matters worse. That quiet endurance reveals how seriously he values the role of being a father. In the context of closed doors with his older children, the possibility of welcoming a new baby may feel like another door opening, an opportunity to mend what has been broken. Of course, a new child could never replace the ones who came before, but it could give Pitt the chance to apply lessons learned from past mistakes. Perhaps, as in the case of Kelsey Grammer, the actor who at 70 admitted that having children later in life helped him reconnect with the older ones he had once neglected, a future child might serve as a bridge, drawing Pitt's estranged children closer.